Alrighty, let's do this. So we're gonna see how this all plays out tonight, because I have literally just got everything set up. So I am pretty much, this is a test stream, but as you can see, we're in American Truck Sim. Yeah, the game audio. Ooh, frick. Problem with being in VR is you can't see anything on your desk, which is kind of terrifying, if I'm going to be honest. Because, yeah. It's also really hard to adjust settings, and I found out I get very motion sick while adjusting settings. Truck engine with no volume. Yeah. Yeah, buddy. We don't want to raise them too much. Alright, that should be good. Alrighty. Back in here. Alrighty. Everything should be looking good. Just trying to make sure it's good on my end. Alright, well, frick it. Let's go trekking. I can't see chat, so that is an issue. But am I parking brake on? Oh, frick. Okay, so down arrow is my wiper blades. Spacebar. We are hauling an oversized load, technically. Yeah, that's our load back there. Oh man, this is motion sickness galore right now. So if I ever look up at a weird angle, it's because I'm checking my computer. Yeah. Ugh. Okay, so we could turn right out of there, but no, we'll go left here. I was gonna check this truck out actually quickly. Let's put my parking brake on, because I want to know. It does not have beacons. It is an oversized load, but we do not have beacons on this truck. Interesting. Very interesting. Okay, parking brake release. Okay, I need to remove these remotes. I'm not using them. The only thing that could make this thing better is if I was actually in a sim rig. Now I'm just using controller. The eventual goal is to get a sim rig, but I do not have one yet. Maybe if Black Friday is good, I will get one, but if the screen is all screwed up, please let me know. I'll try to check as much as I can, but it's very hard. That's the one hard part about streaming in VR is actually seeing your computer, because normally I have a 3-monitor setup so that I can see everything when I'm streaming. Except in VR, you kind of just go down to you're in real life, like, so. But I mean, this is a test. I'll definitely rewatch the stream afterwards and see if there's anything I can improve on. I hope the quality good. It is going to look a little stretched, though, I will warn you, because ATS isn't technically compatible with VRs. Like, it is set up, but it's not through Steam setup in a way. So, as compatible as it really is, it isn't at the same time. But it is what it is. Can't be too greedy, I guess. So, the goal is to build a truck, though. Today. We'll see. I want to do like a real life series, and I'm like, in a way, I'm like, VR would be perfect for that series. I also have a racing game that is compatible with VR, so I could play that today as well, but we'll see. We'll see how motion sick I get from just this. So I was setting it up earlier. I mean, granted, I was taking it on and off, so like, that wasn't great, but it was making me very sick. Like, I was at the point where I'm about to collapse on the ground throwing up, because it's like, Oh, it was bad. But this also took me so many hours to set up. So many stupid hours. It is not the easiest thing to set up, actually. Once you do get it set up, greatest thing ever. And the best part about this, though, honestly, is like I can just look out the trailer with my head. Feels super weird. Feels disgusting sometimes. Especially when you're just sitting in an office chair and you're like, let me look out. Ooh. Oh man, you have to stretch so far. I mean, granted though, like, whenever I drive class 3 trucks, I rarely ever do that. And if I do, like, it's not just my head peeking out the window, my full body is out the window. But, um, 9:30. Oh, we're gonna have to stop for that light. The best part about this game is where is it? I can drink my mixed drink without getting pulled over. So it's actually the greatest part about this game. I haven't played VR for like, oh man. I haven't played VR for such a long time though. Like, I was just sitting in my house the other day and I looked over in the corner. I'm like, oh, my VR is sitting there. I should hook that up to my PC. And then I decided to hook it up, bought a racing game. And it was mainly mainly the big reason was because I went VR sim racing for like 5 minutes. And I'm like, oh, this was so much fun. I want to set up a VR. And so the eventual goal is it's 45 here and we're only doing 30. Oh man. Oh, there we go. The eventual goal is to actually set up a full sim racing rig, but I have not had the money to do so yet. I'm hoping Black Friday has some good sales, but I don't want to do a cheap rig. Like I could go buy a rig right now and do it. I just don't want to be cheap about it because cheap rigs they're just so dumb. I want something that actually has forceful feedback and the pedals have feedback and stuff. So, I'd rather actually get something that I'm going to enjoy and want to play instead of just getting something that's, cheaply made and like it will work, but how much fun am I really going to have on it? Because realistically, I'd be doing VR sim racing to practice drifting in actual racing so that when I go drifting, it's pretty similar. So then I can actually figure out stuff and whatnot. So, yeah. I also want to do like a 24-hour sim racing. I also would like to do 24 hours American Truck Sim, just straight American Truck Sim. Um, I can't decide if I want to do that in VR or not. It wouldn't be bad, but you'd get I don't know. I think I'd get pretty motion sick pretty fast. So, problem with VR is like after you've driven a real truck, you know what all these buttons do, so you try to click those buttons, but then you have to realize, oh yeah, my hand isn't real. Like I can't put my hand through the screen. Can't run from us forever. Yes, I can. That's a lie. I was gonna go to Don's today, but then I'm like, ugh, feel disgusting after I eat it. It's one place that I'm like, ooh, a cool little dump truck. That's one place that I love going to is McDonald's. I feel so disgusting after. Oh, that was a big blip. It feels so disgusting after going there. It's just, I don't know. The food is so greasy. The fries are so good, though, but if the food wasn't so greasy, I'd actually enjoy it. I mean, it's fast food, it's not fancy food, so. What's that guy hauling? Looks like a milling machine or a train rail machine. I can't tell. That's a rail machine. Yeah. See, that's the problem with me in real driving too. Is I see semis, I'm like, ooh, what are you hauling? Ooh, oh, I'm on the road still. Yeah. Yeah. I like trucks. I like trucks. But it's nice knowing that these tablets actually work in VR though. Because whenever I'm on PC, I'm like, oh, it's so hard to see like these little GPS screens. And then you hop into VR and you're like, hey, this GPS screen makes a lot of sense. It works really well. So. I'm not gonna say like VR is perfect for American Truck Sim. I'm not gonna say that at all. Um, might be for the stream. Like for the stream, it might look perfectly fine because it's rendering through my computer. Um, and if you're wondering why it looks super stretched, it's because since Steam doesn't 100%, because Steam and American Truck Sim doesn't 100% support each other. Like Steam VR doesn't support American Truck Sim technically. When you put the VR on, it does a replicate, so like it shows what both eyes are seeing. So it pretty much takes it as like each eye is a screen, which technically it is. And but instead of it running just one screen, it shows what each eye is seeing. And so then it splits the screen really weirdly and gives you like double screens, and it's just not nice. Okay, we're on the highway now, so we can start cruising. But it's not too bad for the most part, though. I was going to try to do the whole Steam VR view, but it just wasn't working, and I didn't want to keep screwing with it. I got this set up, and I'm like, yeah, that's a sexy truck. It's Kenny. It's a really... Oh, it's an international. Oh, I was wrong. Dang, I can't believe I said an international is a sexy truck. You get very motion sick when you look at this and then you go back and you're like, whoa. Oh, I'm also doing 75. What's 70 here? Aha. I should have set up my cruise button though. It's still set on my keyboard, but I can't see my keyboard, which is an issue because I can't hit my cruise control. So, another downside of playing on controller. I do have to say though, like I've started to like Steam Input. Steam Input actually has started to smarten up a lot, and they've actually been starting to get more compatible with things. I hit the brakes because I was trying something with my controller. It didn't work though. But I have to say though, like Steam has definitely stepped up their game for the Steam Input. When they first released it, it was really dumb. None of my PlayStation controllers would work. So I had to shut off Steam Input, which wasn't an option right on release, which is really dumb. I don't know why it wasn't. But once they made it an option, I've had it off since they released it, but I just turned it back on today because I'm like, let's try it out, see what it's like, and it's actually pretty nice. So... Airplane. I am excited though for American Truck Simulator released BC. Well, announced it. They haven't released it yet. There's not even a release date yet. But I'm pretty excited for that. seeing that I live in Alberta, I'm like super stoked for them to release the province that I've actually driven through and stuff. Um, yeah, I'm pretty stoked for that. I think they're releasing BC though because they want to do Alaska, and they can't do Alaska until they do BC, which in a way kind of sucks because like the Alaskan mod, this trailer's bouncing everywhere. My goodness, the Alaskan mod then is like just worthless to have, and then Pro Mods is also worthless. But I mean, I have a feeling Pro Mods knew for a long time that they were going to do this because Pro Mod hasn't like they're saying that they're going to do Alberta and oh we discovered a new place. Look at that. That is ugh. But I have a feeling Pro Mods has known for a while because like they haven't updated BC for like years. So I have a feeling Pro Mods has been knowing for a while that ATS was going to come in and do BC. So no point updating if SES is just going to do it themselves. So, oh, you jerk. I am kind of glad though. Like, I'm happy SES is doing it and not just leaving it with Pro Mods because like Pro Mods is really good, but it wasn't an SES type of build. Like they did a good job. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm super impressed by what they did, but like, I don't know, the speeds were kind of messed up and all over the place. Um, and like, I don't know. I just wasn't a fan of like Pro Mods is good. Like it was acceptable, but they also didn't have very much. But that's also probably because they knew SES was going to do something, so they were like, ah, screw it, we won't update. So, yeah. But I have to say though, SES has been releasing a lot of things. Like when I started playing it, it was a long time ago that I started. I have just about 600 hours on this game, so I've been playing this game for literal years. Um, when they first like were doing ATS stuff, and I'm like, oh, cool, they're gonna build every state. It was like really slow building because they were like, oh, this guy's going slow. I should probably move over. They were releasing like a state a year if you're lucky, and now they're releasing like they're probably releasing 3 to 4 states a year now. Like this year, I think they've released two. I think they've been at least 3 states, and they're releasing another one in like a week or two. Like they've been releasing a lot of content, which is awesome because more things for you to do. Sucky though, because it's a lot of money. Like I wouldn't be surprised if I spent with all the content I have in this game, probably over $500 just on this game. Just with all the content. Oh, I don't know though. I forgot how much I paid for this game, but I have close to every DLC. I think there's 3 maps that I don't have because I stopped playing for a little while, mainly because real life, real life happens. So, but and then I also have like there's a weird glitchy thing here. Oh, the flag works. Yeah, that's cool. But I also have like Pistar, Rudas. I have all their guys' stuff, so like I have a lot of money spent in this game. But oh, slow down, thank you. I hate this truck's Jake brake though. I'm a loud Jake brake guy, and like this thing is quieter than quiet. If that's the Jake. But this isn't our truck. This is just a quick job truck, so I had to start a new profile, sadly, because, I mean, the other one didn't have many hours on it, but I had pro mods on the other one, and pro mods doesn't update very fast either. That's not another reason I'm super excited for BC. It's like, pro mods is so bad for updating their stuff. Like, with how many updates ATS releases, pro mods is like so far behind on it. So it's just like, okay, well, I'm okay buying a DLC that's going to be compatible with every update instead of, ah, frick you. No. I don't want to pull in for the scales. Should have taken a different road. It's funny, by where I live on our main highway, going up north, we have a scale house. Whenever it opens up, you'll never see a truck on the highway because every single trucker takes a different route. They usually get like the first one or two trucks, and they'll also get the guys that don't know how to truck properly. But they'll get like one or two truckers, and then it goes out on the radio. They're like, "Oh, the scale house is open. Don't go that way." And then everybody just takes the back roads. But yeah, but during sugar beet season, apparently the one sec. Oh frick, that's percenter. 50,000. That's not too bad. Actually, not much at all. During sugar beet season, we one of the farms had our CMP parked right outside of it doing scale house or like just scales, and it's like that's the dumbest thing ever. Like jamming up a bunch of farmers is so dumb. And like the worst part is like all of us were overweight by a good amount. Like it was hard to get those trucks properly weighted. I don't know. I think they should be like, I'm not saying like farmers should get an exception from being overweight, but like they should get a little bit more leniency because like you're telling them in the middle of the field they have to scale themselves. Like no farmer can do that. And then sure, like the common response to that is, well, just don't go as full. But it's like, well, in farming, time is money, and like most farmer guys are already working 16-hour days. Like I was doing 16s every single day. And it's like now you're telling us like to not load as full, but then we have to work more 16s. Like, yeah. I'm not saying we should be exempted from overweight tickets, but at the same time, like, don't sit outside the property trying to jam up farmers for being overweight. But thankfully, I've never been pulled over in a truck. My car, yes. I got a speeding ticket once in my car. That was 2 years ago, though, so I'm going to pass this guy. I've never been pulled over while trucking. Ah, shh. We can make that. It's going to be a little tight, but I've never been pulled over while trucking, thank goodness. I've been close to, though. I have been very close to being pulled over. Not because I was doing anything illegal, it's just I was hauling grain, and let's just say I was definitely overweight. And you could tell I was overweight, but you could tell the cop also was like, I'm not going to jam this guy up because he has better things to do. So, yeah. I'm not endorsing being overweight, though, but not like I have much of a choice. That trailer would suck. What the frick? Yeah, I'm not taking that load. Oh, boy. Okay. I see there's a chat. One sec. So I'm playing on, so I'm technically I can see chat when I look through the little nose hole of my VR, so that answers your first question. So I try to check chat every little bit. So if I miss your question, I apologize. It is harder for me to see chat. I need to get it so that I can see chat in the VR, but I was already screwing with so many things today, I didn't want to blow Steam up. But I'll figure that out next time. But I'm playing, so the VR is a Meta Quest 2, and it's ran through a cable into my PC, and then the PC is playing Steam. So I have Steam VR on the VR, but also Steam VR on my. I shut my truck off? Question mark. I don't know how I did that. But it's also Steam VR, so it's through PC technically, but oh, thank goodness. Well, I have to drive over it anyways, but okay. Um, Hope that answers your question. Yeah, if you see me like look up like that, it's just because I'm trying to read chat. Um, yeah. I hope the quality looks good for you guys. I really hope it does. Um, yeah. I know I need to get. I'm looking at maybe getting a second GPU on my computer. I'd like to do a 50 series, maybe a 40 series. I haven't really decided. I've been reading like comments on them, and people are like, "There's not a huge difference between a 40 series." Yeah, we'll do this one. There's not a huge difference between the 50 and the 40s, and I'm like, oh, okay. So what's the point of me buying a 50 series? The only difference they really said was like, oh, we should turn my hazards on. They said like the only real difference between the 50 and 40 was just updates and stuff, and then like there's some AI stuff too, but I don't really give a crap about the AI stuff too much. But they are cheaper than when I was buying a GPU, because I bought my GPU during COVID, and oh boy, my 30 series costs more money than what my 50 series will cost me. Okay. I gotta say though, backing up loads like this is way easier in VR than it is on PC. Because I can just move my head around. I guess that's where head tracking comes in, but I've never understood head tracking though. Ooh, that's gonna be tight. Hopefully we don't hit it. Alright. I think we are good. Yeah, there we go. There we go. That was 247 miles. That's not too bad. We'll do high value, I think. Jobs, quick job. All right. I can look at chat. All right. Wowzers, my brain is blowing up right now. I don't want to drive any of these lame trucks. I could drive that truck, though. Ooh, Transformer, I could drive that. Barley, I could do that. What should we do? Yeah, that's a lame truck. I don't like those trucks. Give me good trucks. Hmm. Saw a nice truck over here, so I think I'll do square tubing. A long haul though for barely any money though. I could do this one, rice. That's not too bad. Could do butter though too. Let's do butter. That's a short haul for a good amount of money. Big job. Alrighty. Can get rid of this. Yeah, it doesn't screw with the stream. Good. My audio is effed up. How effed up is it? Uh-oh. Is it effed up bad? Yeah, screw with the stream. Good. Yeah, it does sound weird, doesn't it? Hmm. Oh, what the? Yeah, it's doable for tonight. Is it still like super bad? Oh, it got okay. Yeah, it's probably just because I was looking down. Because in VR, you have to remember like. I can't even hear this truck. Hold up, hold up. I can barely hear this truck. Okay, wait a minute. Weird. That's fine. But it's probably because in VR you have to look down to do stuff. That is super weird. That is a long load. This load is gonna suck. But it's probably just because in VR I was looking down instead of looking up. So I did forget to put a sound file in. And I'm thinking this truck is using that one sound file I forgot to put in. Which, if it is, I apologize. But I'll remember to put it in next time. Yeah, it's definitely using the sound file that I forgot. Ugh. I mean, it wouldn't be hard for me just to grab that sound file real quickly, but it's not worth it. What time is it even right now? It's 10 o'clock, yeah. We'll see how much longer I even really go for. This is more of a test stream tonight. Actually, I might do some racing. Actually, never mind. I have to change racing settings because I decided to screw with them, which is a mistake because it just hurts my brain now. But yeah, that's the problem with doing VR stuff. Is like setting it up is just ugh. The fun thing about this though is like normally in ATS you'd be sitting like this. I can just peek down and be like, oh hey, there's the light. So. I'm playing sitting. Oh, I have a green. I am sitting at my desk actually. Um, like I was saying earlier, I want to get a actual rig. Like, I want to get a racing sim setup, but it would also work for ATS. With the wheel, the pedals, and everything. But those cost a lot of money. So, but I just don't want to be cheap about it. So. But I also am thinking I need to move my mic because my mic is like above my monitors, but I'm not like right at my desk. I am pretty close to the desk, but I'm not like right at it. So, but it'd be cool if you could play Farming Sim in VR. I've been like thinking about that, like, oh, that'd be sick. Apparently, there is actually a farming VR game. I also feel like that'd be so just, ugh. I actually find though that I'm getting more motion sick from sitting still than having like a setup that moves you back and forth. I think that's just mainly because of. Okay. I think that's mainly just because when you're moving back and forth, it's imitating real life. So then it's like, oh yeah, this feels normal. But sitting still, your brain's like, oh, you're driving, but you're sitting still. So, ooh, frick. Whoa, I'm trying to read chat, and I'm. Oh man, that was nasty. Yeah. So funny thing about your comment about me actually trucking is I actually have a trucking license. I'm going for my so I currently hold the class 3, so that's tandem trucks, and I go for my class 1 license in March. Um, so I actually do truck. Um, which a lot of my family, my brother's always like, "Oh, why don't you just go trucking instead of VR or gaming it?" And I'm like, even when I get home after driving all day, I still want to drive more. Um, the big reason I play this game is to design and build trucks um, that I like. Because in real life, you can't just go buy a truck every 5 minutes and build it to however you want it. So that's what I like about this game, is that I can just build trucks to exactly what I want and do loads that I want. Um, but I definitely do truck. Um, so I'm actually currently I'm in my off season, so I do farming. I did farming over the whole summer. That's why I wasn't streaming at all or anything. So I had no time. And then I did sugar beets for October, and then I go into my snow season. So I've been doing snow contracts, waiting for it to snow here pretty much. But during snow season, I operate a loader and sand trucks. And I also do haul outs for them as well. So I drive dump truck and all that stuff for them. So, but currently we're just waiting for snow to fall, and that's the hardest part, is just waiting. So we were supposed to get snow, like we did get some snow, I guess, a couple of weeks ago. It just wasn't enough to stick. Um, we are supposed to be getting more snow though next week. Actually, a lot of snow too. If I'm rich, I can do that. Yeah. The key is just being rich. But no, I'd like to. So the plan is to truck for a year and then own my own company, and then actually kind of stop trucking. Nothing against trucking, but I don't want to do it for my whole life. I'd like to have a family, and I know guys that do trucking, and they're like, yeah, it's hard to have a family while trucking. Um, so I'd like to eventually have a family, but I'd like to truck for a year or two. Um, Next year, I'd actually like to start my own snow removal company fully, but more focusing on that of custom snow haulouts, because there's not a lot of companies in our city that do custom snow haulouts. They just do snow removal of like in parking lots and stuff, but they don't haul it out. And like the one night we were hauling out snow with the guys I work for, it took us like 4 nights to haul out one lot. And it's because we're just using a single axle dump truck and a tandem dump truck. And even when we got a third dump truck, I'm like, this isn't the way to do it. It's like, the way to do it is go get a semi, put an end dump on that thing, and that thing does 3 loads of what one tandem can do. And they're like, yeah, but it costs us so much money. I'm like, yeah, except it doesn't though. And like, sure, they charge it to the client, so they don't care. But I'm trying to tell them, I'm like, it's not cost effective at all. Especially that these tandems did not hold fuel. Like, lame. I want a family. Yeah, I want a family. It's not working though. But no, it's just, in my opinion, it's not cost effective to use a tandem truck to always for snow haulouts. And like, it's not even like the tandem truck was even that big. Like, it was a old city truck, not like an old truck. It's like a 2018 still, but like man, they're trying to explain to me like think that's the button, yeah. They're trying to explain to me like cost effectiveness and everything of it, and I was just like, oh man, yeah, sure the client's paying for it, but ooh, 117,000. Oh boy, that's a heavy load. Yeah, I gotta say, like, I liked doing sugar beets the most for trucking because it was literally just sit inside the truck for 16 hours a day. You never have to get out. You never have to do anything. Ooh, that, yeah. You never, like, you just get to sit in the truck all day. But, like, by the end of the day, like, the start of the year is like, yeah, this is a lot of fun. And then by the time you get to, like, 2 weeks in, 3 weeks in, like, closing to the end of the season, you're like, yeah, I'm excited to not sit in a truck anymore. But I have figured out, like, a lot of it matters on what you eat as well. Like, if you eat like crap while trucking, you're going to feel like crap. If you eat healthy, get out of the truck, exercise, do that stuff, you're going to feel really good. But it was really hard to go to the gym because we were working 16s. So I was up at like 6 a.m., going to bed at 11 p.m.s, midnight. So I was like, yeah, no thanks. So. But no, it is a lot of fun. I have some friends that do trucking and stuff, and they really enjoy it. The one guy, he's pretty much never home. He owns a house. He has a renter in the house now, but he's just like, why bother having a bunch of stuff in the house when he just trucks? He's like home. Oh, sorry, I need to turn my headlights on. I'm sorry, game. He's like, but why? Like, why buy furniture and all this nice stuff when he's just trucking all the time? He'll probably be retired by the time he's like 30 or 40, he could probably retire, not just own his own trucking company, but like that's the way to do it. It's just grind super hard for a couple of years and then own your own trucking company. And if you get bought out, sure you get bought out, but you're going home richer than rich, so at 16 I had to yeah. I actually see a lot of 16-year-olds at the gym. Not as much anymore because I go in the morning. So when you go to the gym at like 6 a.m., you don't see a lot of people, which is really nice. But the only sucky part is getting to the gym at 6 a.m. and you're waking up at 5:30. Especially when my sleep schedule's on a snow schedule, so it's like I'm like going to bed at like 2, 3 a.m. and then waking up at 5:30, and it's like, oh, this is just ugh. So, uh-oh. I don't know what happened. Did the cable disconnect? I get still connected to my computer. Oh, and we're back in the game. Okay. That was well, safe to say we're gonna have to call a tow truck. Go to service. Yes, I've never had that happen before. The stream, I hope, is okay now. I'm gonna run this truck on damage. 'Cause I'm not. Uh-oh. How much is left even on it? I don't want to press F5. Is the stream working now? That was That was funky. Sorry about that. I have no idea what actually happened there. There we go. Weird. Okay, stream's good now. I don't remember what the farming VR farming sim game was. I looked it up online and people were like, because I was like, can you play Farming Sim 25 in VR? And people are like, no, but there is a VR farming game, and I never actually looked at it, but I just saw that it is an actual thing. I should look at it though, look into it and see what it is. Oh, don't tell me I have to do a roundabout. Ah, crud. I am driving at night now, which I find is way more enjoyable than driving during the day. In game and in real life. But, yeah. If you were to ask me, like, during Sugar Beet season, though, like, especially, I was like, during, like, because you'd literally see the sunrise and see the sunset. But if you were to ask me, horror VR game, I should. I hate horror games. I absolutely hate them, but I should do a horror game. Maybe I have to get my buddy involved. My buddy loves horror games. He absolutely loves them. So maybe I'll get them to come and do VR with me. Do a community VR thing or whatever. That could be a lot of fun, actually. But driving during the night during Sugar Beet season was the best thing ever. There's like nobody on the roads, and like it's just pitch black. It just only sucked when you hit somebody that didn't shut their high beams off, so you're flashing your high beams at them because you're like, shut your freaking lights off. But now driving during the night's the best. Last year I got to see so many northern lights. They're so cool, but I didn't get to see any this year, which is kind of disappointing. But I had some pretty sweet photos of northern lights last year. So, but I have been thinking of doing Beat Saber though, a Beat Saber live stream. I think I might just get it on Steam. I have it on, excuse me, I have it on Meta, but I don't know. I don't like paying money for songs. I'd rather just get it on Steam and use Steam Workshop for it. So, yeah, we're gonna try to re-chat and not crash. Do Crawl Space 2. All the enemies in there are uncanny faces. That's so scary. Yeah. I don't know, I have to see. I don't like spending like a lot of money on games anymore. Like, I shouldn't say, well, like the racing game I just bought. I bought it on, oh, I only bought it because it was on sale. If it wasn't on sale, I wouldn't have bought it, to be honest. Like, yeah. So, I hope the view of the truck is okay on the stream. Because once again, like, I can't see anything, so. Oh, it's free. Oh. Well, then maybe I will have to play it. Maybe I'll put that in my list to do. That's one thing I want to do is like start doing new like other videos on this channel. I have some series planned. One of them is an ATS series. I'm gonna do it in VR, I think. I'm gonna do one in VR and one out of VR. Not at the same time though. But we'll see what happens with that. I think doing like a lifestyle one in VR would be pretty sick. But we'll have to see. But I am wanting to do other games and stuff, so we'll see, I guess. The only problem about doing recordings in VR is like I can't see the computer screen, obviously, so I could record a whole episode, half an hour episode, get out of VR and find out the entire recording failed or something. It'd be like, cool, that's half an hour down the drain. Sure, I enjoyed playing the game, but yeah. Yeah. I do gotta say though, like, it's running way smoother than I kind of thought it would. Could be running smoother, but I think that's slightly because it's running off of a 3060 or 3070 or whatever my GPU is. I think it's 3070. So it's a pretty old GPU. That's insane to say. That's a 5-year-old GPU and it's old. But I think once I get a second GPU, it should run way better. Are we doing another roundabout? Ugh. I love roundabouts in my car because they're actually a lot of fun and like you can drift them in the winter. I hate roundabouts in trucks though, just because of how they are. Ooh, I might need to readjust my screen. Yeah, it's not horrible. Yeah, I need to, yeah. I need to definitely do a lot more, like, in research into VR streaming. Ooh, I need to. There we go. I need to do a lot more research into it, but this is kind of a thrown together last minute thing of like, hey, I think I have it set up properly. Let's have fun and do it tonight. Okay, I can look back. Not like it's gonna matter on this truck, but okay, you're turning, so I can go. We're gonna have to go way out here though. It is like a little bit laggy here. Yeah. I'll probably finish up this load and then we'll see what else is on the schedule, like what we can also do, but I also might just call it. Because we've been going for what? How long? Just about an hour. I know. Well, I mean, like, granted, like, when you're actually trucking, you do stick your entire body pretty much out of the window. Like, if you are using that to back up, oh, this site's gonna suck. Um, but like when I was doing, like, if I ever had to back up and I was like looking out my window, you pretty much stick your whole body out of that window. But yeah, where are we going? XPO Logistics. I'd like to do like an oversized load. Ooh, we're going right here, aren't we? Enter. Yeah, we can drop that there for them. Like, oh, I was not looking. My bad. Oh, what did I even hit though? Oh, I hit the. Oh, there's a little hole there apparently. So I do have a racing game. I can't remember the name of it. I have that. And like in the VR, I have VR games. Like I have Beat Saber, um, and like a PUBG type of game. Ooh, See, we could do like this. Yeah, frickin'. Ooh, ooh. Mobile Crusher. Huge construction. These two I don't really want to do, but I could. Or there's a tube grinder, all-terrain crane. I think we should do Mobile Crusher. I have not done a Mobile Crusher yet. Yeah, I have Population 1. Yeah, that's the game. Ooh, that thing's huge. Do we have beacons on this truck? Do we not have beacons on this truck? That is insane that we don't have beacons on this truck. Ooh, that is a sexy fronty truck. It's an international. I keep calling international sexy, but they're not. I think we should haul this thing. Ooh, this is an old dash. I do not have a GPS in here. That means I have to go bring this bad boy up. Here we go. This one should be fun to haul. Oh. We want to take that road? Well, that's sketchy. But okay. Yeah, I've played some Population 1. It's a okay game. I wouldn't say it's a bad game, but actually, yeah, it's actually a really funny game. If I was to play it, I'd have to get my buddy to get back into it. But him and I did Population 1. And, yeah, we made some good memes out of it. Yeah, I mean, like, I've seen a lot of people trashing on, like, the new Farming Sim update, which I'm not gonna like the new FS25, and like I'm not gonna try to defend it because like I also don't understand it, but like they also like the one reason I do understand why Giants released the new Farming Sim 25 is because they switched generators because the old Farming Sims ran off of I can't even remember the name um but they ran off of a different processor. um but Yeah, I mean, I hope they don't just build a new FS like 28 or whatever, or 26 or 27 or whatever. I guess it'll be 27. I hope they just don't build a new one. Um, I hope that they actually just keep updating the game. So, I do like though the fishing, the new boats. I wish they'd make it so that modders could have free will to it, because apparently they're not giving modders the specs and stuff to build boats for themselves, which is really lame. Like, you guys say that you're all for modders, and then you don't let modders do anything. Like, but I really like Roughneck modding. He does a lot of PC mods, which I love reading his Facebook posts because all the console players are losing their minds because they're like, "Oh, we want this in console," and it's like, "Yeah, that will never work in console." I hate to tell you guys, but he has some pretty sweet mods. But I uninstalled Farming Sim because I think it needs a good year until it's a fun game again. But also, like, I don't know. I'd like to do a series in it, but I don't know. I've been playing a lot of Battlefield 6 though. That game's been a lot of fun. I've been enjoying Battlefield 6. Yeah. I've been playing a lot of it, actually. And the Slay the Spire, I have so many hours in Slay the Spire. I have over 600 now, which is not a thing I am proud of in any way, but I do, so. But yeah. Oh yeah, like a breeze. Yeah, not tonight. I have stuff in the morning and um I have stuff in the morning, but also our internet has been kind of dog crap lately, so downloading is not a thing that goes easily. But also I've been fighting with the VR all day. I was just like, now that it's working in this game, I'm just like, I don't really want to download it into another game just yet. Ooh, that was close. So, yeah, there we go. But you can't die. I mean, apparently you can actually lose tires. I found that out. I was just chilling on Facebook reading some people's posts about ATS, and they're like, "Yeah, I lost tires the other day." I'm like, "What? You can blow tires?" People are like, "Yeah, it's apparently there's actual tire wear." So I'm like, "Oh, that's cool." Um, you can't die, but your truck can become very incompatible very fast. I have done that. I don't feel like doing it again though. Oh. Um. Oh, just drifting lanes, you know? No big deal. Yeah, I definitely need to get the, ow. I need to get the stream on my hand, you know? That is a thing I need to do. I'll get that set up for next time. I'll definitely get that set up before I go sim racing, because that will, it'll be pretty hard to, look at stuff. Don't you dare tell me I need to go in. Frick you guys. Hey, where is it at? It's one of these in the middle ones. I hate these ones. The age that I get married at, I don't know. I mean, in order to have kids, you have to be married, so. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I have to get a girlfriend. Ooh, that's a heavy one. I actually have to go and actually get a girlfriend and actually do stuff, but it's not like I'm not a social person. It's just there's people that I like, but it's I don't know. I always get stuck at the phase of asking them out. That's the hardest part for me, so. Definitely would like to before I'm 30, though. So I got a hot minute, though, still, so. 133 miles. That's actually not too bad. Problem is we're driving through the mountains now, so. No wonder. Yeah, that's what my one buddy, he was telling me on last Sunday. He was like, if you don't shoot the basketball into the hoop, the chance of getting it in through the hoop is 0%, right? And I'm like, yeah. And he's like, so just shoot your shot. And I'm like, yeah, but like, I don't know. I always hate being embarrassed and like, I don't know. For some reason, I care about if they say no, and it's like, why do I care? Like, I don't know. Maybe I'll do it this Sunday. We'll see. But, and like he said, he's like asking a girl out doesn't mean you're dating. Like, asking to go for coffee doesn't mean you're dating. It means you're going to go hang out and see if you two are even compatible for each other in a way. Like, it doesn't mean you are dating or like, I don't know. I think the real issue would, and I'll like personally too, is like everybody thinks just because you're asking somebody out, you're going to marry them, and it's like no, that's not how that works. Like, no, I'm not saying I want to go through like 30 girlfriends before I find the right one. I'm more of the guy that's like, okay, I'd rather not date a bunch of people. I'd rather just find the right one fast. But in order to do that, you actually have to go talk to them still. So, but I guess I just need to shoot the shot, get over it. But which I find funny because it's like what's in your search history? Nah, it's funny though because I can talk on stream for countless hours to people that I've never met before, don't care what they think about me, nothing like that, just playing video games, having fun, and I don't care. But as soon as I have to talk to somebody face to face, I'm like, nope, can't do that. And it's like, why is that an issue? Like, I can talk to people online, have no issues with it, but as soon as I see them like face to face, I'm just like, nope. But I have been told though I'm a very shy person on when I first meet people. I'm a very shy person, and then I open up after I get to know them. I'm like, yeah, it's when you've been screwed over so many times in life, like you learn to be careful with who you hang out with and like how much you get to let people know. Like I've worked jobs where I've told people things and been like, yeah, like I have health conditions, and then they just treat you really weirdly, and it's like, I didn't tell you that to get treated differently. I told you that because I'm letting you know I need to take more time off of work or something, or like stuff like that. I'm like, I'm not asking for special treatment. I'm just asking to be treated normally. It's like, yeah, that's what I struggle with the most. And like friends too. Like, it's hard having friends and then find out they're just using you for something, and then you're like, oh, cool. So you really weren't ever a friend. That's sucky. So, but I think that's the problem of like why I'm worried about getting a girlfriend or like going out with them is just because like you have to be open in a relationship, and you guys have to tell each other things, and like that can be hard because how much are they going to tell other people and whatnot? So I think a lot of that's also just in my head, and the key is just getting over it. It's like my brother's married and he has kids, and like every time I hang out with his kids, it's like I want this. Like I want to have kids. Like they're the greatest thing ever. But yeah, yeah, like so I have Crohn's, um, and I've had it for goodness sake since 2016, so a long time, just about 10 years. Um, and I have to I like to tell employers because I'm like, hey, like I have to go for a lot of doctor's appointments, or some days if I just run away, it's not because I'm running away from work, it's because I have to go to the washroom, like because my gut will just tell me, hey, you got to go. I've gotten better now, but every time I tell an employer though, they just start treating me differently, and I'm like, nah, this isn't what I wanted. Like, just treat me normally. Like, don't treat me like a disease. Treat me just like a human. Like, it doesn't change how I work. I still work as hard, if not harder, than most people. Like, my big philosophy in life is work harder than the person beside you. Because if you work harder than them, you don't have to worry about being fired. Which it has worked a few times, but other times you just make that person look bad, and then they fire you because they're like, "Oh, you're making that guy look bad." And it's like, well, no, I just want to get my job done. But yeah, but it's just I don't know. And the hard part is like just date and then tell your girlfriend like, yeah, I have Crohn's, and it's like, but like that's not going to affect anything in a relationship because it's like, well, technically it is going to affect us. Like if we were to get married, it's going to affect a large part of our life. But I don't want them to look at me and be like, oh, that's why I can't date you. And it's like, ugh, yeah. We're just in a society now where it's so judgmental, and that's a hard part. Is just like I'm not great at not judging either. I can definitely say I do judge sometimes, which I shouldn't, but it's hard not to sometimes. But yeah, yeah. I just want to find somebody who's just perfect. Yeah, but so Crohn's is a bowel disorder, so it's your intestines. So it pretty much makes your intestines inflamed. Um, oh, I have to exit here. To the point where, so when I was diagnosed, I actually found out I was only going to live for about one more month when I got diagnosed because I had lost so much weight. You always see those pictures of like, have you ever seen pictures of like African kids where it's like skin and bone and like that's all you see? That's what I look like. And I was in middle school when this happened. About middle school, yeah. So I was quite literally skin and bones. And nobody knew it was wrong. I went to multiple doctors, and they're all like, "Yeah, we have no idea what's going on." And then I finally got sent to Calgary, to the Children's Hospital, and they're like, "Yeah, you have Crohn's." And pretty much it means that your intestine can't absorb the nutrients from foods. So if I'm inflamed, um, it means I can't absorb any nutrients. So every month I have to go get an injection. Um, I'm on track. My parking brake on? That was weird. But it's pretty much just, yeah. But there's also different health conditions that come with it too. Like, You can get liver problems from it, which I technically have a fatty liver, which has gotten better. It's actually funny because they're like, number one thing not to do when you have a fatty liver is drink alcohol, and then I'm like, yeah, I'm totally not drinking gin right now, like, but like they said, there's nothing wrong with having little drinks. Well, the funny thing is, like, I didn't know that. I had a feeling in my head that I wasn't going to be able to. We were preparing because, like, my family was very much like, yeah, like, the doctors even were like, yeah, we don't know. But, like, after they diagnosed me that they were like, yeah, you probably wouldn't have, like, we're surprised you lived as long as you did. And I'm like, dang, like, I think the scarier part was just after being diagnosed and them being like, yeah, like, this is a thing that could have happened, and just being like, okay, like, why did nobody think of this beforehand? Like, sure, it was like a more unknown condition, but like, I went to like probably 10 doctors, and not a single one of them knew. Like, I think that was more scary, is like, how useful are doctors these days? Like, to go to 10 doctors and not a single one of them know? And it's like, yeah. So, I actually had one doctor, it's really funny. Wasn't funny at the time, but it's funny now. But she was like a pediatric specialist because I'm a shorter person, and so we went to her and we're like, hey, like, my mom was like, yeah, he's clearly sick, like, we need to figure out what's wrong. And she actually looked at my mom and went, yeah, he's faking it. And my mom's like, you can literally see skin and bones, like, he has nothing on him. And she's like, yeah, no, he's just faking it. And it made me like, at the time we were just like, wow, okay, that's a jerk thing to say. And then she went on vacation, never even looked into my conditions or anything. So after that happened, I was like, well, we live in Canada, so we get free healthcare, if that means anything. No, I wouldn't say doctors are fully useless, but I wouldn't say they're 100% useful all the time either. I wouldn't say looking at paperwork tells you how somebody lives, but there's many times that my doctor's like, oh, you need to switch meds. And I'm like, no, I'm not switching. And then I get healthier from it, and they're like, oh, we don't know how this is working. I'm like, yeah, it's like if I would have switched meds, it wouldn't have happened. But yeah, I definitely think some doctors in Canada aren't being a doctor to actually help people. It seems like they're doctors to make bank and do nothing else. Because I don't know, it might just be because I live in a smaller city as well, though. But we definitely have lazy doctors here. So I think I need to move back a bit here. Sorry, guys. There we go. That's a bit better. But I wouldn't say going to the doctor is like 100% useless. Like, I wouldn't say that at all. I'm also not going to say, though, like, that they're also worth it all the time. Like, I don't know. I hate going to the doctor anytime, so. Like, I have issues with my knee right now from mountain biking, and I've been holding off going to the doctor for like 3 weeks. And then I call them, they're like, oh, you gotta wait another like 3 weeks. I'm like, this is dumb. But that's where I don't fully disagree with. Ooh, are we gonna make that? Oh, yeah, we got that. That's why I don't fully disagree with the American healthcare system, because I did hear like getting into doctors in the US is way easier than getting into a doctor in Canada, just because you have to pay for your healthcare. But if you don't have money to pay for it, then it is also sucky. So I guess it's a win-lose situation. We should be making that perfectly. Take this a little wide and pull right in. Yeah, we might just skip it. Yeah, we're gonna stuck where we are. Let's skip it. Alright. What's your thoughts? Should we do one more load? Should we do one more, or should we call it? It's been an hour and a half. What time is it? I don't want to do these two. I've never seen a skitter, though. We'll do one more. One more load. One more. And then we'll call her a night, I think. Oh, man. That gin is very good. Oh, it's one of these things. That's cool. Yeah, I know what a skitter is. Actually, it's funny because I went to Calgary a couple weekends ago, and I actually saw one of these on the road. Not the semi. Well, I see these semis all the time. I actually saw a skitter on the highway. I thought that was pretty freaking cool. Okay, we are going to back up a little bit so that I can... Okay, there we go. And then if we sit forwards a bit, I can... That's perfect. Oh, and we got a in-truck display, so... Yeah. Well, this truck's one of those quiet ones, eh? It's one of those electric trucks. No, it's just because the sound is... I should really put that other sound in. This one actually just might be a quieter truck, though. We do have to drive through the mountains here, though, so this should be pretty fun. I do have to say, turning off the lights in my apartment was the best decision for VR. Like, you'd think it would be a really bad idea, but, like, it definitely helped get rid of some of the motion sickness that I was dealing with. You know, so, yeah, it's actually really funny. Yeah. I hate electric trucks. I hate everything electric because I think it is the dumbest. So I live in Prairie Land, and I've never supported electric because I'm like, I'm not sitting to charge my vehicle for 6 hours. Like, even if it takes 2 hours, I can go to the gas station, fill up in 20 minutes. Like, not even 20 minutes, like 5 minutes, depending if the pumps work. But, like, the one trucking company that I'm actually behind is Edison Motors. And they build, oh, it's a hybrid. No, it's not a hybrid. It is a electric truck with a diesel generator that charges the electric battery, so you don't have to charge the truck. And all you have to do is fill up the diesel tank, which then you can put dyed diesel in, and instead of putting in regular diesel, which is taxed like crap, because why not tax the trucking industry that feeds everybody? But instead of having to charge it, it charges itself when it needs to just by firing up the generator, and it auto fires up the generator. Plus, it auto regens the power while going down hills and stuff. I'm like, this is actually a really smart design truck. Like, I don't like it because it's so quiet, but at the same time, I'm like, I kind of do like it. Like, it's really smart in a way. It's the one electric vehicle that I would actually drive. Like, ooh, that was a tree in my face. if slash when I start a trucking company, those would probably be the trucks I actually look at buying, because sure, they're expensive for their trucks, because they're all custom built. But man, the amount of savings you'd be getting on that, like, oh, I think they're just so cool. And actually, they have one in ATS. If you ever seen Topsy, that is Edison Motors trucks. So, but yeah, no, they're such a cool truck. This is gonna be a crappy corner to take. Ooh, tow truck. Oh no, that's a picker truck. No. Uh, I hate how quiet these trucks are. I need to get that engine pack in. Whatever, not a huge deal. It's not that long of a load, so. I do want to switch my... There we go, that's better. Now I can see what my actual speed is. And there's a gas station. That's a big gas station. That's also something else we don't have in Canada. Like, I mean, I shouldn't say in Canada, because I haven't seen much of Canada, but like... Oh, I don't know, just embarrassment. That's the only thing I think... That's the only thing I'm scared of, is embarrassment. So... But... It sounds pretty... It's stupid when I say it out loud. It's like, oh, I'm scared of being embarrassed, but then it's like, I do stupid stuff all the time. Like, why should I be scared about being embarrassed? I literally embarrass myself on a daily. It's like today I was filling out, I was getting a snow contract done today, and the guy asked me, he's like, do you have insurance for snow removal? I was like, nah. And he's like, okay, so what happens if you get injured? I'm like, if I get injured, I probably deserved it. And he just laughed, and he's like, you're not scared to throw yourself out there? I'm like, no, because honestly, if I got injured, it probably was my fault. I probably definitely deserved it. Okay, we're going to try to set cruise control here. Aha. We got it set. But I don't know, it's just purely embarrassment. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. I think it's just mental games. Like, that's all it is I've even talked to people about it, and they're like, just get over it and just do it. They're like, stop thinking about it. The more you think, it's like cliff jumping. I went cliff jumping during the summer, and I hate heights. I am so terrified of heights. Funny part about that, though, is I'm going skydiving in the summer, so that's figure that one out. But as I tell people, I'm like, I don't have to pull the chute. Somebody else does that. If I pass out, it doesn't matter. But like I went cliff jumping, and I jumped off the smaller cliff, but I could never jump off the higher cliff. I did get pushed off of it finally, but everybody was just like, oh, like, why not jump? Like, it's safe. And I'm like, because it's a mental game. Like, you have to convince your brain that it's fine. Like, nothing's gonna hurt you. Like, yeah. Yeah. It's like mountain biking too. Like, I love doing jump lines, but I hate, like, I get scared when I jump too high in the air. And like I know people are like, oh, like it's not that hard. It's like it's not that it's hard. It's just it's a mental game. Like what happens if I crash, like all that stuff. So yeah, that's fair. Yeah, there's plenty of other fish in the bowl, but yeah. Now I'll just shoot it on Sunday. Screw it. We'll see. I guess that's technically tomorrow. Wow. But yeah, I guess. What can it hurt, right? This is really relaxing, though. Oh no, that I love hunting. I've funny enough, I haven't gone. I'm actually supposed to go this year. I actually just got my hunting license done, kind of. I have to do the test, but that's easy to do. I'm supposed to be going hunting, but hunting's awesome. I fully support hunting. I have friends that are like, I just don't understand shooting harmless animals, and I'm like, that's fair. Like, I understand that point of view, but I also, if you understand how many of those harmless animals are populated around you, you'd be much more like, yeah, it's okay to shoot them, like pheasants. Aha, I can bypass it, thank goodness. Um, I have, like, I hate pheasants, because there's so many of them where we live. And every time I see one, I'm like, I just want to put a shotgun through that thing. I hate them so much. They're so overpopulated. It's like, I don't know, I understand, like, hurting harmless animals. Like, my sister's a vegan, and she's like, I just don't think it's humane. I'm like, I guess? But, like, was it more humane in olden times? Because, like, at least when we shoot them, they die pretty fast when we shoot them. Think of when, like, they shot them with bow and arrows. Like, it wasn't that they just died instantly. They suffered for a long time. Yeah, that is sick. I like the meat. I love deer meat. Um, Also duck. I love duck. Um, my dad used to take me and my brother to Hutterites colonies because he used to do work for them. And goodness sakes, the duck that Hutterites can make, oh, some of the best food I've ever had. Except Hutterites just are so good at cooking. I love Hutterites. Welcome to Idaho. We have entered into Idaho. Isn't Idaho like the potato state? Or is that a different state? I know one of them's like the potato state because of how many potatoes they produce. No, it wasn't Idaho, was it? It is Idaho. Okay. So I know some American. I know some American things. Driving through Idaho and you're like, yeah, this is the potato state. And you look around, it's just all mountains. You're like, really? They grow potatoes here? Nah, we're just in northern Idaho. I bet southern Idaho is probably pretty flat. Just like in Alberta. Alberta's like the western part of it is super rocky mountains and beautiful, and then you get to the eastern parts and it's like, and it's flat. It is flat. There is nothing here. But I always crack jokes to my mom because she's from Saskatchewan. And I'm like, yeah, that's the flattest place you could ever want to visit, Saskatchewan. And she's like, Northern Saskatchewan's really nice. I'm like, I've never seen it, can't prove it. I'm like, I still think it's the flattest place on Earth. But, I mean, you ever seen Corner Gas? There's a literal song against how flat Saskatchewan is. That show is so funny. If you're ever looking for a show to watch, it's an old one, and the language is not great in it, but it's a flipping hilarious show. I used to watch that show as a kid, and oh man, it's so funny. Um, yeah, yeah. Not the animated one. Don't watch the animated one. It's not bad, but the real one, the original is so good. It literally just it describes Saskatchewan behavior. Like, yeah. Yeah. It's just doing it. Like, that's the hard part is like, I don't know, just doing it. I'm also always worried that I'm going to stumble over my words because I'm not the greatest with talking. I have multiple speech impediments, but I've also been told I'm hilarious with my speech impediment sometimes. So, yeah. I have a friend that she always gets mad at me when I type words wrong when we play Jackbox and stuff. And it's just so funny because it's like, I'm not doing it on purpose. I just honestly don't know how to spell the words. But she'll give me like English classes during the game. She's like, that's not how you spell it. I'm like, well, screw that. I'm not spelling it right. It is really hard to drink when you're driving. Yes, that's why you don't do it. It's more hard to drink while you're in VR. Forget about just driving. So maybe that's how we stop. That's how we stop people from drinking and driving. Put everybody into VR, because then they can't get the glass around their goggles. Just when you drive your car, you have to put VR goggles on while you're driving your car. Oh, that would just suck. Be kind of funny though. Am I gonna fit? I'm gonna be tight. Hey, I'm gonna be pretty tight here. We're gonna have to watch it. We should be fine. Oh yeah, we're good. Looked a lot tighter than what it was. 85, that's actually not bad. Yeah, see, that's like that's what my theology, not theology, I guess thoughts on that would be is like, I don't know, it sounds super dumb saying it out loud. Oh, frick off. Should have just passed it. So I'm definitely not making it through that. That sucks. That's like what my theology is on it is like, if I stutter or mess up a word while I'm asking somebody out, it's like, I'm going to remember that forever. I'm never going to forget that moment. But then it's also like, why? Like, they didn't care. It's like today when I was talking to the guy that I was signing a contract with, I was screwing up my words left, right, and center. And I'm like, I'm sorry, man. I'm super tired. I can't speak properly today. And he's like, oh, good, dude. He's like, I don't care. I'm like, I know you don't care, but it looks super unprofessional when I'm trying to speak to you and, like, I stutter over words and stuff. Like, it does not look professional, but you know you have a good client when they're just like, dude, I couldn't give a crap. It's like, dude, you are awesome. Thank you. Those are the people that I'm always happy to contract with and work with and stuff because it's like, Yeah. Yeah, I'm bad at that too. Is like I remember things from when I was a kid. And like the stupidest things too is like, oh, I said this stupid thing in class how many years ago? But that yet I don't even talk to anybody from my class when that happened. And if I do, they're like, that happened? I'm like, how do you not remember that? And like it just wasn't important to me, I guess. And it's like, hey, maybe I need to reevaluate how I remember things, but it's also just hard to forget those types of things. Like, I don't know. I envy people that can literally just forget things in 2 minutes. But it is like I can forget like I'll need to remember like a direction or something and like or something I need to buy and I'll forget in like 5 minutes, but I still remember this thing that happened 10 years ago and I'm like, why does my brain work like that? Why can't I just forget what happened 10 years ago and remember the things I need to remember right now? But I guess that's just how life works sometimes. I'm definitely gonna have to do some more of these streams though. Yeah, yeah. I mean, I also I got knocked out in June and never went to the doctor about it. Just kind of left it because I'm like, what's the doctor going to tell me? Like, take it easy, cool. That was a worthy thing to go see the doctor about. I regret not going to see the doctor now because like I've had neck pain and my brain sometimes feels foggy during the day, and I'm like, maybe I should have seen the doctor about it. But it's like, I don't know. I also hate like people are always like, "Oh, just go to the ER." You like just go see a doctor and like just talk to them. I'm like, but this doesn't seem worthy to me. Like, why? I don't have a broken bone. I'm not dying. What's the point of going? But I also understand the perspective when it's a couple months after and you're like, "Yeah, I still have back pain." Uh, so that one wasn't on a mountain bike. Funny enough, we were playing slip and slide kickball. Which anybody you say that to of I was playing slip and slide kickball looked at me and went, "Yeah, you probably deserved it then." And I was like, "Yeah, I definitely kind of deserved it." Um, the guy that I hit though, like the guy that I went into, he's super funny about it. Like he's a bigger dude. He just was standing on solid ground, and I was on the slip and slide, and I couldn't stop in time and just banged into him. That's how that happened. But I broke my right arm when I was really young, and that was on a inflatable obstacle course. I had a adult fall on top of my arm and break it, which was funny. That was right on Halloween. And then I've broken my wrists while mountain biking. My front tire got stuck in a bridge, and I went over the bars into a creek. Um, thank goodness for wearing a full face, because I would have. I'm surprised I actually didn't crack my full face. Oh, I've put a sprinkler under the trampoline. I never hurt myself though, but I have definitely put a sprinkler under the trampoline before. But now I gotta tell my buddy, I'm like, if I crash in the stupidest way possible. Like this recent crash where I hurt my leg is like, it wasn't even like I was doing anything insane. I literally, the worst part is I just slid out on gravel. Like I was returning to my car after I was doing a jump line all day, like mountain bike jumps all day. No crashes. Leaving the bike park to go to my car and I crash. And I'm like, why? Like, why is that where I crash? Out of everywhere I could have crashed, I crash in the dumbest ways possible. Just my luck, though. I don't like this turning area. I am severely jackknifing this right now. Would like to turn around, though. Okay, where are you here? Just need to make sure that won't hit that trailer, but I can't see that trailer. Thankfully, I've never, like, crashed while drifting or anything. Well, yeah, that's a lie. I have technically have crashed while drifting, but never bad enough to total a car or hurt myself. So that's I'm thankful for that. But I have I have hit curbs before while drifting. A pretty skillful jump. I said that was my last one. Here's another skidder. Do a fertilizer spreader. How long is it? Oh, 241. That's a long one. See, I should really call it because my head is starting to hurt. Oh, we can move a giant silo, though. I don't think I've moved a giant silo before. One more. We are doing one more. Oh, I have done this one before, I think. Okay. Oh, yeah, look at me, guys. I'm a social media influencer. Okay, we can skip this. I've seen this. I don't remember how to skip. Oh, that's how I skip. Okay. Yeah. I know how to do special transports. Is this truck? Okay, this truck does. Okay. We can get rid of this. Now, firstly, lights need to be on. No way this truck doesn't. This truck also doesn't have beacons? What kind of dumb international is this? Freaking. Yeah, I know. Do you blame me, though? You know, I got. Ooh, there's blinker lights on that. That's cool. I gotta try out the oversized loads in the VR, you know? Oh, Mamalakis. We're not making that. I'm gonna jackknife this a little bit. And we're gonna have to go with the wrong side here. There's no way in history I'm making that otherwise. Okay, cool. We made it. Yes is no and no is yes. Wait, what? Yes and... I don't know. I'm too tired for this. We are gonna hit that car. I will take that traffic offense, even though it was not my fault, officer. That car should have been parked way further back. It actually drives me insane, though, when I see people driving cars and, like, there'll be an oversized load coming, and they're just sitting there. And I'm like, move back. Like, I'm not even the guy driving the truck, and I'm just, like, thinking to myself, like, just move back. Like, you don't need to sit right there. Like, you can put your car in reverse. Like, oh, drives me insane. I promise you, officer, it was not my fault. The kid punched me first. He might have only been 2 years old, but he did punch me first. The nice thing about being oversized load is that you guys get to blow red lights. The best part about doing this. What time is it? Oh, it's another 2 hours. Ow! It's just about midnight, dang. Oh, that was a tight corner. It's funny, the town I grew up in, it's not far out of the city I live in now. Um, they still have a lot of oversized loads that come through it. And, people would always lose their minds, and they still do. They're like, why do oversized load get the right of way of, like, traffic and stuff? And it's like a house being moved. And people are like, it's just so dumb. I don't think they should get right of way of going. And it's like, okay, yeah, you go tell that guy that's hauling that house that weighs the same amount as probably your house weighs, that it is A-okay for him to stop. Yeah, that's gonna go well. Yeah, can you go try that in a court of law and let me know how it goes, just for a social experiment? It's like double that and give it to the next person. Well, technically, officer, she said no, but double it and give it to the next person, so that person also said no. I feel like those videos are so fake, though, honestly, because, like they have to be. Just because, like, every time I see them, and there's like, do you want, like, 4 sushi rolls, or double it and give it to the next person? I'd be like, nah, I'm taking 4 sushi rolls. Screw the next person. I'm taking those 4 sushi rolls. Didn't go well. Hence why I have a restraining. And whenever I'm just doom scrolling YouTube, though, and I see, like, double it and give it to the next person, I'm like, oh, let's just see how fake they can make this. Because it looks so fake. Like, what person's gonna say no to free food? Like, honestly, like, unless you're allergic to it, but even then, like, I've been allergic to food. Like, I used to be lactose intolerant. You bet your butt if somebody came up to me and was like, hey, you want some free ice cream? I'd be taking that dang free ice cream. I don't care if it's drugged or what. I'm taking the dang free ice cream. You kidding me? Forget that next person. I'll live with the consequences that come out of it. This is how Shay will defend in court. No, that's how, what's that dumb dude's name? Freaking numbnut crashed the McLaren dude. Jack Doherty. That's how that guy's gonna defend his court case. Your Honor, actually, if you look at the law, it says I could have drugs. And if you look at it, it says I can also prank people in public, on public roadways, and not get in trouble for it. So, yeah, no, I'm innocent. Oh, I was so happy when I saw that numbnut got arrested. I was so happy. It's like, that's the best Christmas present you could receive. I'm honestly surprised he didn't, get charged after he crashed his McLaren. He definitely deserved to get charged after that. That was so dumb. Every time I see his picture, though, I'm like, he is a guy that I could see just walking down the street and just getting sucker punched by everybody. It's like that, he just has that face to him. And then you talk to him and you're like, yeah, how have you not been beaten up? Yes, he's got a big bodyguard now, but yeah, officer, did you see? Yeah, that person was in the crosswalk crossing the street, so I'm allowed to go in the middle of the street and film content. You know, that's how that works, right? It's the exact same thing. No, officer, that sign didn't say I couldn't do a U-turn in the middle of the highway. Oh, it said I couldn't? Oh, I couldn't read that. Sorry, my bad. The amount of truck, like, they're not funny. The amount of truck accidents that have happened this year by people doing U-turns on the highways, I'm just like, jaywalking isn't even a misdemeanor. That's gonna be his defense in court too. You know it is. He's gonna look at the judge and be like, "But honor, Your Honor, like jaywalking isn't an arrestable offense." uh, Thank goodness for body cams, though. Like honestly, the body cam of him getting arrested is just pure gold. Okay, how am I gonna do this here? I'm gonna have to cross into your lane. Yeah, I was thinking about that, like, after the first one in Florida happened, and they're like, yeah, he can't even read a child's book, and I'm like, hold up. Like, I understand, like, that's an issue, like, I fully agree, but, like, The sign's not words, it's a diagram. Is the diagram in a different language in their country? Like, I am very curious about this. Like, is a right curve just different in their country? Like, hmm, hmm. I don't understand how that works. Because you know they use the language barrier, like, card, and they're like, oh, I just don't speak that language. If I was the cop, I'd look at them and be like, dude, it's a diagram. Like, have you passed second grade? Not even second. Have you passed kindergarten? Because, like, that's the really big question here is if you haven't passed kindergarten, I don't know if you should be even allowed to. I don't think you should be allowed to vote. Considering, like, my 3-year-old nephew could tell you what that sign means, there's an issue. I could never be a cop. I would just be the most like common sense cop ever and just be like, are you an absolute just stupid idiot? Like, oh, there's so many words I want to use. Just don't want to get in trouble for them, but there's an R word that I'm thinking of. It's like oh man. Oh, this is sick. It's just like showing up to like an accident and being like, so what happened here? Oh, that guy ran a red light. It's like, so you can't see colors. Got it. Well, no, I can see colors. Well, clearly you couldn't because it was clearly red and you couldn't see that. Oh, no, I saw it was red. Okay, thanks for your confession. I'd get so many confessions. That's how consent works. Yeah. Oh, we have to stop because people are in our way. Never, honestly, I haven't seen it very much often either. Like, it's really funny though, because I had a headlight out for like a year. It's not like I didn't have money to replace the bulb. I was just too lazy to do it. And I was kind of curious. I'm like, I wonder if I will ever get pulled over for it. I finally did replace it, but I had a friend and she got pulled over for having a light bulb out. I'm like, I guess it's time that I actually replace mine because now they're stopping people for it. Tailgate the cop. On our highways out here, the highway speed's technically like 100. Nobody does 100 though. I've literally followed cops, not like on their butts, but like just cruised with them. And they'll casually just be doing like 130, 140 kilometers an hour, which is like 85 miles per hour. And like I'll just casually cruise with them when it's normally like 55 miles per hour. I'll just do 85 miles per hour. You have to do it in your guys' miles per hour. But like I'll just casually just cruise with them and the cop doesn't give a crap. And I'm like, considering I'm going 40 over the speed limit, like, But also, like, if he pulled me over, I'd just go to court and be like, well, Your Honor, like, I'm not saying it's right, but he was also doing 40 over with no lights or anything. Like, I don't know if I can be ticketed for this one. But the cops are also pretty chill out here. They don't, unless you're being a reckless, dumb idiot, they don't really care too much. Or a street racing. They do care if you're street racing. Yeah, I was actually eating it, Your Honor. Just go to court and have vodka ice cubes. You can't even have vodka ice cubes because vodka can't freeze. I think they'd be more impressed that you somehow froze alcohol, depending what it was. I guess you could freeze a beer. Just go to the judge and be like, Your Honor, I wasn't drinking. I was eating, and it was frozen vodka. And the judge is like, How? How did you freeze vodka? I'm more impressed that you froze it. You know what? You're innocent. What gear am I in? There we go. I mean, I have many questions of why we're delivering a giant silo to here. But you know, whatever floats their boat, right? Maybe there's a gas station. Yeah, maybe that's a gas station going in. Yeah, who knows? Maybe they're putting in a gas station and they need the silo for gas tanks. Say that. I know it's risky for me to opening this up. Ooh, mobile screener? I haven't seen one of those before. Yeah. One more. Oh. I mean, that's not a long one. What time is it? I do want to eat some food. Oh, Quest 2 battery low. Ah. One more, and then we're done. Mainly because the quest is getting low, so. This one's a quick load, so. What are we hauling, though? Oh, that's cool. Oh, it's a milling machine. Okay, cool. Let's get rid of that. This truck also does not have beacons on it. Why do none of these trucks have beacons? That's so lame. Alrighty. Oh, there's a sunroof. That's sick. Alright. Last load. I know I said that. Oh, ball sacks. Oh, okay. That's my exit road. I got very confused there for a second because I'm like, I'm not making it through there. Oh, that's cool. That's like a mini screener. Maybe it's not a milling machine. Yeah, like, I use it a lot too. Like, I'm not afraid to use it. It's just, I know YouTube can be a little bit, picky on it. Um, I know people have gotten in trouble for saying it. And it's like, I'm not afraid to use it. Because, like, I don't know, in my opinion, like, I don't see it as a cuss word either. Like, if you're really like that, then you are. But I know YouTube can be a little bit feisty and be like, oh, no, it's a bad word. You're hurting people's feelings. And it's like, frick off. But I can say frick off and not get in trouble. Even though everybody knows what frick off really means. But, yeah. I have friends that are also like, oh, you probably shouldn't use that word. And it's like, why? Like, I don't understand why it's offensive. Like, I don't know. If they're, like, I don't know. You shouldn't just call everybody one, but like, I'll use it jokingly a lot. I'll be like, oh, what a, I don't want to say it and YouTube gets mad at me. Or Twitch. You know, Twitch can have strippers, but they can't have cuss words. They can't have that one word. But, I don't know. I feel like we're really close to the steering wheel on this one. I kind of like it. Oh. Oh yeah, that's nice. I can lean right back. Can actually move my chair up a little bit further. I mean, if you say retarder, it's technically a truck part. Yeah, like I've never understood people that are like, oh, let's say this word. Like, it's like, okay, I don't see it as a cuss. It might just, maybe it's just the way I grew up. Like, and growing up, my parents always hated the word frick, and then like my best friend used it all the time, and his parents didn't care. And once I got older, my mom was like, it's actually not that bad of a word. She's like, I know what the intention behind it is, but also like, it's not a bad word. I don't like using it all the time because like it has gotten to the point where I'm like, okay, my intention behind it is definitely just swapping it out for the F-bomb, but it's also one of those words though, like, I try not to say it around my nephews because my brother hates it if I do that. But, oh man, we can't have our freaking. As I say, I don't use it very much, I use it again. But, like, I try to. You're a Mexican, even though you are actually a Mexican. Yeah. I've definitely offended people by saying things like we were playing Jackbox and it was describe Chicago in a drink. So I said black shooting and police. And I have a black friend and she was like, "That's not okay to say." And I'm like, I mean, I'm just being honest here. Like, sure. Like afterwards, I was like, yeah, it probably wasn't the smartest thing to say, but like, I was also like, I'm not wrong though. Like, I literally described Chicago as a drink. Like Chicago's one place that I've heard people to be like, "Oh, I want to go to Chicago so badly." I'm just like, why? That's the last place I want to go to. I'd rather go to like. Oh, I did not mean to do that. I want to look at my load quickly, but oh crud. Well, I guess we're looking at my load now. Um, you get back in the cab, okay? But yeah, Jackbox is just a. That's a game that if you ever want to get in trouble, go play Jackbox. I have gotten into a lot of trouble with that game. So, yeah. Like, the thing that I find dumb is like, I don't know. With all the whole. I don't like talking about politics on here, but the whole pride and everything thing is like, people are like so hard into that and like, they're super like, oh, you can't say anything against us. And I'm like, okay, but like, you do against Christians though. Like, you guys openly hate crime against Christians, and that's fine. But as soon as somebody says something against you, like that's where the line's drawn. It's like I don't know. I find that really hard for me because it's like when you openly hate crime and like just trash on the Christian name and everything and like symbols and whatnot, but then as soon as somebody says something to you like, "Oh, I don't support trans movement," and then you're like, "Oh, that's a hate crime." And it's like, no, that's not. No, it's like you can't take one thing and give and like you can't just give and take. You're like you have to. If you're gonna say one thing's a hate crime, then what you're doing is also it's like me speeding. Like a cop can't be speeding and then pull somebody over and be like, "Yeah, you're speeding. You're an idiot." And the guy's like, "Well, you were too, officer." Like it's just being a hypocrite if the officer's like, "Yeah, yeah, yeah." Actually, yeah. But like I don't know, as a Christian, it's just seeing the rainbow be used for like so much hate, and it's like, ugh. And like our province is currently trying to ban, if not they did, where kids under 16 can't take medications for transgender surgeries and whatnot, and under 16 they're not allowed to get the surgery and all that stuff to be transgender, which I fully support. That they should not be allowed to. And people are like, "Oh, that shouldn't be allowed. The government's controlling how we live, and this is becoming a communist country." I'm like, you don't even know what a communist country is. Like, go to Russia. Like, yeah, yeah. That was when I saw that, I was like, wow. Like, they just don't know how to talk. Like, as soon as you try talking to them, they just immediately seize up and like just scream at you and hate and hate. And it's like, but then if you go talk to like a Christian about their belief and be like, yeah, your belief's dumb, they'll be like, okay, that's cool that you think about that. Can we talk about why you think about that? Like, there's so much calmer now. Not all Christians are like that, but a good majority are. And it's like, yeah, really, dang, yeah, yeah, it was, yeah, yeah. But like even like with the NFL, like it made me like I wasn't even gonna watch the Super Bowl this year. Like I got to the point where I just watched the Super Bowl for pretty much just the halftime show. But like I think Snoop Dogg was the last good one. Like Snoop Dogg's was I think the last actual good Super Bowl and I'm halftime show, and I'm pretty sure Pepsi did that one. Ever since Apple has taken it over, they've been garbage, and like they're gonna have Bad Bunny on there, and it's like he's he's openly trashed America. He's openly like just said horrible things about the president and all that stuff. And the NFL's like, let's put him on stage, and it's like, no, nobody wants to see that. They just like that's why I support like the all American halftime show and stuff like that. Yeah, I mean like I've I definitely like how do I put this? I say each to their own for their beliefs. Like if you ever want to talk about God and Christianity, I'm open to talk to people about that. And like, but if somebody's like, yeah, no, I don't really want to talk about that, it's like, cool. We don't need to talk about that. We can be friends and not talk about that. Like, I'll always try to like, I won't ever shove it down their throat is the big thing. Like, I'll just be like, if you want to talk about it, I'll talk about it with you. But if you don't want to talk about it, cool. We can still be friends and not talk about it. Like, I want you to become a Christian, but it's not going to change how my life is lived in a way. So, it sounds really jerky when I put it like that, but it's honestly like, yeah, doesn't change how I'm going to live. But, and that's like, and that's how I think like things should be done is like, if you don't believe in it, like with pride in a way, like, I don't believe in pride. I don't like pride. I don't support pride in any way. I will have civilized conversations with people though, because I'm like, yeah, like if you want to talk about like I'll talk to them about it, but I'll also share my opinion on it. But the problem is it's as soon as you share your opinion, they get a little feisty at you. Yeah, that's probably the wrong wording, but in that sense, like, I don't know, that's definitely not the right wording. but but I'd rather be friends and have friends and than have people that don't want to be around you because all you do is shove things down their throat. It's like, yeah, I don't know. Not in the marker. I don't know. That's really weird. Mine. Am I blind? Yeah. Like, YouTube comment sections are so bad for that. Like, oh, it's right here. That's why. People are just like, if you don't agree with me, you're rage baiting. It's like, no, no, I'm not. Like, look back in like Roman time. It's like not even Roman time. Like, just look at when people could have opinions and everybody be like, yeah, cool, that's your opinion. Like, wasn't the whole job of school us learning how to express our own opinions? Like, yeah, yeah. I don't know why I keep opening this up. Ooh, a log stacker? Right. Okay, no, we're calling it. I'm calling it. I'm calling it. Ugh. Oh man. No. The VR is about to die. So. Oh, that's the wrong one. If the VR was not about to die, I would definitely do one more. But the VR is low on battery, so. I'll I'll do some tomorrow. I'll hop in VR tomorrow and do some stuff. And probably Monday, Tuesday. Yeah, we'll do tomorrow. Probably tomorrow afternoonish. Um, I think I'm actually going to start recording videos while doing VR live streams. Um, we'll see. We'll see. If we get some cool loads, maybe I'll do that. So, but yeah, I will. Thank you for joining, everybody, and I will see you all tomorrow. Hopefully, have a great night and yeah, stay awesome. See ya.